The kind of night that changes a man's life doesn't announce itself. It just arrives quietly, with cold rain, empty streets, and a silence heavy enough to make you hear your own heartbeat. That night, I, Ethan Cooper, was just trying to make it through another shift. Single dad, 2 jobs, more bills than hope. But destiny, it had other plans. Welcome back to my channel, Classic Stories. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Now, let's dive into the story. The rain hammered against my small Seattle apartment, like it wanted to break in. I just tucked my daughter, Mia, into bed, kissed her forehead, and whispered that everything would be okay, even though I wasn't sure it would. The rent was late. Again, the heater had died last week, and the repair shop I worked at had cut my hours. I stood by the window, staring at the neon reflection of the diner across the street, when I saw her, a woman, standing alone in the rain. No umbrella, no coat, just soaked clothes clinging to her, her arms wrapped tightly around herself. At first, I tried to ignore it. Not my business, not my problem. But something about the way she stared at the ground, like she'd lost her last piece of hope, it felt too familiar. Before I knew it, I was opening my door. "Hey!" I shouted over the rain. "You okay out there?" She lifted her head slowly. Her eyes, tired red and shining from the cold, locked onto mine. I just need a place to stay. "Just for tonight," she said, voice trembling. "I'll leave in the morning. I promise." Everything inside me screamed no. I had a daughter. I had responsibilities. And she was a stranger. But something about her quiet dignity, the way she wasn't begging, wasn't dramatic, just exhausted, made something inside me soften. "Come in," I finally said. "You can take the couch." When she stepped inside, she whispered, "Thank you, really." Her name was Ava. Mia peeked out from behind her bedroom door. "Daddy? Who's that lady?" Ava knelt down instantly, giving a small smile. "Just someone your daddy was kind enough to help." Mia walked up and offered her tiny purple blanket, the one with the faded stars. "It's warm," she said shyly. "You can have it." Ava's eyes shimmered with tears. Thank you, sweetheart." She didn't finish. Her voice cracked. I heated up some leftover pasta, and Ava ate like she hadn't seen food in days. She kept thanking me, apologizing, brushing wet hair out of her face nervously. There was a quiet softness to her, something broken, but also something strong. When the lights dimmed, she sat on the couch, hugging the blanket Mia gave her. "Long day?" I asked. She gave a sad, fragile smile. "You have no idea." But she didn't explain, and I didn't push. Still, the way she looked at me, like she was searching for trust, did something to me, like I wanted to protect her, like I wanted to know her story, like I wanted something I shouldn't want. Not yet. Later that night, after Mia was asleep, I brought Ava a towel. She took it gently, fingers brushing mine, just a light touch. But damn, it felt electric. "Thanks for everything," she whispered. "Anyone would have done the same." She shook her head. "No, not everyone." Her eyes lifted, meeting mine, and for a moment, the world just stopped. "You're a good man, Ethan." Funny, I hadn't felt like one in years. At sunrise, the apartment smelled like cheap coffee and quiet hope. Ava was standing near the window, sunlight warming her hair, making her look softer, calmer, almost peaceful. She turned to me. "Can I make one call? I won't be long." "Sure." Phone's on the table. She stepped aside and spoke quietly, her voice suddenly firm, professional, almost powerful. When she hung up, she gave me a smile that didn't look tired anymore. "You saved me last night," she said softly. "You didn't even know who I was. Thank you." Before I could say anything, she left, just walked out the door, leaving me with unanswered questions and a strange ache in my chest. That afternoon, I came home holding Mia's backpack in one hand, grocery bags in the other, when I froze. A sleek black SUV was parked outside, 2 people in suits. "Mr. Cooper?" one asked. "We're here on behalf of Ms. Ava Bennett." My heart stopped. Ava Bennett? They handed me a sealed envelope. Inside, a letter and a check. A check for $300,000. My knees almost gave out. I opened the letter. Ethan, you helped a stranger when you had nothing to give. You opened your home, your kindness, and your heart. People rarely do that anymore. My full name is Ava Bennett. Yes, the Ava Bennett, CEO of Bennett Holdings. This money isn't charity. It's gratitude. Use it to give Mia the life you dream of. You reminded me humanity still exists. Ava, I couldn't breathe. I sat on the steps, holding the letter, shaking. Mia tugged my shirt. Daddy, why are you sad? I'm not sad, baby. I'm just surprised. In the weeks that followed, I paid off every debt, moved to a bigger apartment, opened my own auto shop, something I dreamed of for years. Life didn't suddenly become perfect, but for the first time in a long time, it became possible. And Ava? Not a day went by that I didn't think about her. And then, destiny returned. It was late afternoon when I went to pick up Mia from school. Parents gathered around, kids screaming, sun going down. Then I saw it, the same black SUV from before. Ava stepped out, not in a suit, not in heels, just jeans, a soft sweater, and tired, yet warm, eyes. She smiled when she saw me. Well, looks like things worked out, she said. I laughed nervously. Guess they did. She walked closer, her voice softer. I didn't just come to check on the money. I came to check on you. Her eyes held mine in a way that felt dangerous. I never got to thank you properly, she whispered. You don't have to. Oh, I know. That's what makes you interesting. Her fingers brushed my arm lightly. Soft, slow, intentional. And every inch of me felt it. Maybe, she added, voice dropping slightly, you could let me buy you a coffee? Or dinner? Or whatever this is. I smiled, really smiled for the first time in years. I think I like that. She stepped closer, so close I could feel her breath warm against my skin. Good, she whispered, because I'm not done with you, Ethan Cooper. Something sparked between us, real, warm, undeniable. As we walked toward the car, Mia ran up and grabbed Ava's hand without hesitation. Ava looked at her, then at me, and for a brief moment, we felt like something new, something whole, something possible. That stormy night was an accident. It was fate, hiding behind rain, wrapped in kindness, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. And this was just the beginning.